Good morning, everyone. Well, today I'm going to show you 2 pages again. I am going to scrapbook the Blizzard of 1978, and these were just pictures that actually I found on Facebook, and I have no idea if they were actually my hometown, but it's like I remember these are the things that I seen go on. And actually one of my major memories is being out in the country, and they had taken snow from town and put them out in the country. Now this shows where it looks like it's just, kind of piled up haphazardly, but outside my hometown it was like a wall. It was really flat. It wasn't slanted like this. It was so weird. It was like driving into a city like with big buildings that were made out of snow. I mean, that's what it looked like, and they were right up to the road. So you had, if you went to a corner, you actually had to like stop and look around the corner to see if anything was there, because the snow went right up to the road. As you can see, it looks like that for this driver. And the whole time I was looking at this, I thought it was the back of the vehicle, but it's actually the front of the vehicle. So I'm going to use these. This is like somebody out where they had put snow maybe, because it looks like I don't see any houses, but there is like phone wires. And then this looks like it's probably a highway, because I know all the highways were stopped, because I worked at a restaurant that was it was connected to a Best Western, and the Best Western was full up because people had to pull off the highway and find a place to stay. And I know we could not leave, so many of us were working like a double shift, and then we had to stay in the hotel, and all the rooms were gone. It's like, I don't remember what kind of room we stayed in, but we did stay in a room. I know me and many other girls slept on the floor, and then they said the like bus boys that stayed there, they were sleeping in, I thought they said a broom closet, but I have no idea. Must have been a big enough broom closet. So and that's what I actually have done the journaling for it, and I talk about that. And then also, it's like I tried to leave, but ended up just catching, or, my car just I couldn't leave. It's like you were just stuck. And so my car was wherever it was when I stopped, or when I got stuck. And then, our town, it got a lot of snow, and General Motors was there. And so it's like they had plenty of plows. So the next day we did get out and we were able to go home. But anyhow, then that same winter I got a new job, and I worked at a bakery, and they had taken snow out of town, but in many places there were still piles. And it was midsummer, like in July, when that snow finally melted from our parking lot that the employees had like parked their cars in. And I know I'd go into the bakery, and one of us would say, I can't believe the snow is still there. But I heard that like dirty snow, which it'd be kind of dirty just from cars driving by it and stuff, and then scraped up and put there in the first place, that it takes longer for that to melt and stuff. So anyhow, I was thinking about putting it on here. The pictures are just black and white. All the pictures that I looked at from that time were all black and white. So anyhow, this one is the one that looks like it's out in the country. This is a highway, and this one here is like the snow plows. And we had, I know in my hometown there was tons of snow plows, because even if the town was shut down, they made sure that the snow plows were out so that General Motors could get to work. Because I only remember, and I don't know about this day, because it's like I was working then, so I really wasn't paying attention to if school. I had a 2-year-old, but I remember only one day that school got called off when I was a kid. You know, I was a teenager. So anyway, that's not going to be scrapbooking. So anyhow, I've just got these black and white pictures, and I put them on this, and it's like, oh, it's really drab. So, which, you know, it's like I laid them on here, and then I'm thinking, oh, maybe I'll just skip it. And then I remembered that I had this winter one also, and this is Simple Stories Feeling Frosty. And so I decided I'm going to use this because I think the black and white looks good on it. So I am going to definitely go with this. And I'm not going to have like a whole bunch of embellishments on here. I'm mainly going to use snowflakes. And I've got this embellishment from Tammy, I think it's Waterfield or Waterford, I'm not sure. And it's 2024. It's kind of hard to read her writing because her letters kind of overlap. But I thought this is really pretty. It's got some of the colors that are in my paper. So I thought that would be so cute. And, you know, a giant snowball. Because I know this day kind of snowballed. Oh, and you might not be able to notice, but I do have a frame around the paper. So it's like I've got the wooden frame around. And so this is what I'm using, and I guess I can get to it. So it's like usually I don't have my my journaling done, and sometimes it's going to be small, but I thought I wanted to include all the things I just told you. And so that's what I have written on it, because it's like it's one of those were the things I vividly remember. And so I thought I really want that in my journaling. So I wanted to make sure it would all fit. So I figured I had to do that before I could even put the picture down and make sure I had enough room for it. Because in my mind, I kept thinking, oh, I'll do it really narrow, but then it would have taken up like a whole strip. So that's why it's as big as what it is. And what is the measurement of it? It's 6.5 inches. Okay, so I think about there is good. And then I'm gonna, there's actually a lot of empty space. And this right here, since I do not know if this is actually my hometown, but it was on a page from my hometown, but that doesn't mean anything. It could have been from, you know, one of several states, I think. So anyhow, I'm going to use this, and I'm actually, or these pictures. It's so funny because I did have a camera, but it's like it wasn't a very good camera. And if I would have used it, they probably wouldn't have been very good pictures. But, you know, it's like when you're living in it, you don't think so much of, I guess, getting the photo as, you know, you're just in it. Okay, now let's see. I wanted to overlap this. I thought I have some of that. I'm trying to figure out where I actually have that I think I can see some of this. Because I didn't want to cover up too much of that. And I want to put this little snowman here. Now he's going to cover up this vehicle, and there's a sign back there, but I can't even, it looks like Alernini. I don't even know what it says. It's kind of a weird word there. So I think this should work there. So I think I'm going to go with that. Okay. And then I have the one that looks like the highway. And that's the place that I worked at during the blizzard. It was right on the highway, but and that's why there wasn't too many places to stay, because it's like everybody was having to pull off the highway. It was so weird because, you know, it's like we're hearing all this stuff and we're in there working, and there's no windows where we're at. So it's like we didn't know all the stuff was going on. until you know you're hearing that you can't leave. You can't leave, so you might as well work. And let's see, I think I got like, I mean, I didn't get paid much there. It was probably like $1.90 if I can guess. And so, oh, I gotta make sure my things fit on here too. Okay, so I'm gonna have that overlapping the picture. Again, there's all this blank spot. And what I really want to show is the cars that could not get out. So I think this right around here, you can still see the deer on the paper. You can't see too much on the paper, but you do see that it is a winter scene. So I think about there. And I just have printer paper, but it is acid-free printer paper that I bought when I was doing Flare. Okay, let's see, I'm thinking about right here. And I'm just gonna check to make sure. I know, I live in Indiana now. This was Wisconsin, and that's what, I didn't know, you know, being the worldly person that I am, not. I didn't know if Indiana had the snow like we did, but my husband said yes, they did. Okay, so I'm just gonna stick this little snowman right here. You can still see all my journaling, and you know, to me this is the most important one, because this is the one that it's like when we drove up in the country, and like I said, this is a lot more freeform than what I remember. It was straight up and down like this. You just thought you were, like it was, I don't know, it was like in blocks. I gotta say, those people were really creative when they took that snow out. Okay, so remember I was using this for the other snow, for the other winter scene I did, and I'm gonna use these again. Oh, you know what? Do I want to put down my, I'm just gonna call it Blizzard 1978, and it's really funny because it's like I did not have a small a, but then when so I thought, well, I'm going to just do all capitals in. And when I pulled out the capitals and started doing this, and I thought, oh, it really needs capitals, because it was a blizzard. It was a capital letter blizzard. So I thought, really, that's what I need. Okay, so I think I'm going to put down a few snowflakes, because I think I want them kind of underneath things and all over the paper. That's what, if I wouldn't have had this page, which I really like this because I like the colors with the black and white, or they're kind of like black and gray. And I probably would have just used a page that was all snowflakes. But since I'm using this, which I really, really love this with the paper, with the pictures, I will probably do this again for my daughter, who would have been 2 at the time. And I need to see if she has any recollection of that day. But I can't imagine, but I thought it'd be interesting to ask her. Okay, so I'm gonna put a few snowflakes where they end up underneath the letters, because I want snowflakes everywhere. And I'm thinking it'd be about right here, so I'm gonna put one here. Make them as random as what I can. And I bought another sheet of these the other day. And if I can get these off of here. They're uncooperative. Okay, I think I would like to have a smaller one. Maybe there. I'm gonna just kind of guesstimate where I'm putting them. Okay, and I think I'm gonna put one over here, and maybe one of the smaller ones where it's underneath the B. And I don't remember them being this hard. It's like, is this paper different? Is this sheet different? Okay, there we go. I think I'm gonna put it right up here. Okay, so I'm gonna pause and put down the letters and I will be right back. Okay, I have the title down and you see that once I centered the title, it's like my snowflake is not even underneath the B where I wanted it. Oh well. Okay, so I'm just gonna try to put down some of these kind of random. And I do have some wooden snowflakes I want to add too. Let's see, I want to have them kind of spread out a little bit. Almost like that's part of the paper. Let's see, maybe put one up in here since I didn't get it underneath the letter like I wanted. I'll stick one up in here. And put one in here. Kind of line it up with the paper here. And my goal will be to have an odd number here by the time I'm done. Odd number of white snowflakes. And if you happen to remember the blizzard of 1978, let me know down below which your most memorable moment during it, or moments. I would love to hear them. Because it was definitely something else. Okay, I think right here. Okay, I'm gonna go for one of these medium-sized ones and stick it down here. Okay, what do I got? I got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've got 9. Okay, now I have some wooden ones I want to add, but let's see, I have some words I want to put on here. And I have the turquoise there, so maybe I want to put this up here, because I was going to put it down here, but then I got all the turquoise kind of in one spot. And I do have one that says, love this so much. Yeah, I think this needs to be over here. So I'm just going to put it right here on overlapping the paper and the picture. And then I have this pink one, and I think I'm going to put that right here. And then I have one that says, oh, this one says hello snow. And now one thing about living in Wisconsin, it's like when you do get that much snow, well actually whenever you get snow, it always seemed more than what the inches, you know, the weatherman would say you're getting so much inches, and it always seemed like, you know, if they said it was going to snow 1 inch, it always seemed like a foot. I don't know how it happened. And then also, it's like it doesn't melt in between. Like here in Indiana, it's like lots of times it melted by noon, you know, if you get snow in the evening, it's like it would be melted by noon. And yeah, that doesn't happen too much in Wisconsin. It just keeps piling on top of itself. Okay, so now I've got these wooden ones that I'm going to put on here too. I mean, we have had some snowy days here, but nothing like we used to get in Wisconsin. Okay, so I've got this wooden stove, and there's this electrical pole here, or telephone pole, whatever. I think it's electrical pole, and I'm gonna actually put that right over it, because I can definitely take that right out of the picture. I'm good at that. And then I'm gonna put one right down here, overlapping onto my journaling. And this the Scotch Quick Dry tacky glue, it will definitely hold these little wood pieces. Okay, and then I have one, I'm either gonna put it here or here. I think I'm gonna put it up there. I was gonna put it on there, but I think I like it up there. Oh, and I think there's a little piece in the middle I can take out. Okay, I'm gonna do that. Okay, and so I'm just gonna, I don't want to cover up the truck there, but I'm gonna put it real close. Okay, and I think that's good. I like it. Okay, so that's it for today. Let me know if you remember the blizzard of 1978 and what your most memorable part was, and I'll have close-ups at the end. Oh, remember down below there is a link that will take you over to all the people that are doing videos and have a wonderful, well, videos for the base pages, which I never said at all today. So thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful and blessed day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.